If you're not caught up with Steven Universe, spoilers ahead. That is all.
Hello, my beautiful people. It's time. After 7 years, 6 seasons, and 180 episodes, Steven Universe will finally be coming to an end on March 27th, 2020. I thought of doing something very special for Steven Universe's ending. Maybe doing a theory, but I couldn't really find any good ones, so yeah, no theory. I tried recapping the show, and I tried doing a top 10 songs. But most people have done that before. I'm gonna do something that I haven't seen a lot of people do. I'm going to rank every season of the show. See which one was the worst, which one is the best, and yeah. Just see if it holds up. Now, I will let you know that there is no bad Steven Universe season. It's just some seasons are a bit more lacking because there isn't like a whole lot of elements of story, more just filler most of the time. I'm looking at you, season 4. But anyway, we're gonna go through the entire series, including future, and we're gonna see which season is the best. From the worst to the best. Here we go.
And Steven!
Yeah, no surprise that this is number 1. Generally, this is the first season of the show, so it might be a bit harsh to say tear it to shreds, considering how the show is just finding its footing. But, yeah, you can tell that they're trying to find their footing. Because you can't start off with singing about the death of a loved one or dealing with your mom pretty much murdering someone. Now, some of the first few episodes are about Steven eating ice cream, his cheeseburger-shaped backpack, and turning his fingers into cats! Oh, and I think I should also mention that he almost died of old age, which was disturbing as frick! Oh, and he turned into Danny DeVito. Anyway, what's interesting about this season is that it has 52 episodes! That is twice as long as a typical season of Steven Universe, or a season of a TV show in general. In fact, things don't really get interesting until episode 25. That's when most TV seasons would end. In fact, the very next episode can be considered the season finale if the season was split up in 2. It has the stakes. Anyway, most of the early episodes are pretty much just a Monster of the Week show where Steven learns how to use his powers and learns about gem stuff and, yeah, pretty much life stuff, you know? Oh, and an anime parody. Because why not? However, out of all of the filler episodes, the most interesting and fascinating has to be the crossover with Uncle Grandpa. Yeah. Steven Universe is having trouble on how to use his powers, and Uncle Grandpa comes to help. And it's one of the weirder episodes because they break the fourth wall quite a lot in the episode, and Steven Universe is really known for breaking the fourth wall, while Uncle Grandpa is. It was just a strange mashup of two shows. But then again, it doesn't really matter since in the episode they say it's not canon. But it was fun to see the two show styles mesh with one another. The best part clearly has to be when Pearl goes freaking insane. In the final 2 episodes, that's when things get really good. Like, if you're not hooked on the show by this point, then you're not gonna like the show, because these 2 episodes is when stuff gets real. I mean, we're even introduced to one of the biggest twists in the show's history. In fact, its first major plot twist, that being that Garnet is actually a fusion. So, yeah. In short, Steven Universe Season 1 is just that. The first season of a TV show. They haven't quite found their footing yet, but you can tell that they're getting there.
And Steven!
Yep, I'm going with Season 4 for my next pick. Now, the reason why I put Season 4 right here is that it pretty much just contained mostly filler, with the exception of the last 2 episodes. Pretty much just being filler isn't bad. I mean, I don't really mind the filler episodes that much. Just that most of the filler episodes were particularly bland. There is an arc in this season, but it's actually a pretty pointless arc where a Blue Diamond kidnaps Greg for a human zoo that Pink Diamond made centuries ago. Although my favorite filler episode would have to be Mindful Education. The story that it features in the episode is actually pretty good, with Connie and Steven having to deal with the struggles while battling as Stevani. Plus, with a song by Garnet, and actually a pretty good song. However, my least favorite filler episode would have to be Ronaldo. Ronaldo wants to become a member of the Crystal Gems. Steven allows it. And Ronaldo is just so obnoxious. And he doesn't have any powers, so he's pretty much useless in battle. Even early season 1 Steven was more useful, because he had powers, he just didn't know how to use them. And Ronaldo was just taking everything for granted, and dear Lord, it's just hard to sit through an episode that focuses on Ronaldo. He's literally like everyone's least favorite character. Lars is meant to be unlikable. As I said, things really don't get interesting until the final 2 episodes, where 2 homeworld gems are trying to kidnap Steven's friends, but to save their lives, he ends up making them take him instead. It's actually pretty oof. It's a pretty oof moment. Season 4 isn't that bad, and I don't really have a problem that there's not a whole lot of story in it, but the problem is that the filler episodes just aren't really that good. Most of them, at least. Yeah, I decided to go with Future, mainly because, well, since not all the episodes have aired as the time I'm recording this, it's kind of not fair to judge it as a whole. But still, the episodes that have aired are actually very interesting. Now, the main plot of the season is that, well, it's an epilogue to the movie. And the first half is pretty much about Steven running Little Homeschool, which is basically a little school for gems on Earth, on pretty much just teaching them how to believe in themselves and all that stuff. Although halfway through the season, he leaves Little Homeschool, and the rest of it is pretty much about Steven wanting to become wanting to have a purpose, since, well, the universe is saved, most of the gems are A-okay, and he feels like he has no purpose now, since, well, everything's all fine and dandy. Now, at the time of recording this, not all the episodes are finished. Well, they're finished, but they just haven't aired yet. But I'm very interested on how all of it will turn out.
And